Hello and welcome back to another video by Crafting with Amy. Today we're going to be doing a Easter Bunny spring door hanger wreath. It's a little bit different. Here is the finished product and I just think they're cute. The supplies you're going to need are 2 embroidery hoops. I got these at Walmart. The bigger one is for the body and it measures 8 inches and it was $1.99 at Walmart. I got these supplies a couple of years ago to make this. Julies Wreath Boutique is where I got this idea, and she had gotten it from someone else and I don't know who that is. So the second one, the smaller one, is a 6-inch and I think it was $1.89. And then you're going to need rotary cutters, zip ties, finger protectors for the hot glue, scissors, and then this is a 3/4 inch ribbon. It has like little rosettes that we'll use to go around the rim of the hoops. And then fabric. I've already ironed this fabric and I've got more. I got enough to make, I thought 2, but as it turns out it'll probably make more. But this will be the body. And then there's a pink fabric that I'll use for the head, and then I use the more beige yellow for the ears because I use styrofoam board and cut out ears. You'll need pipe cleaners and some yarn for the tail, and then a ribbon of your choice to go around the neck. So you first iron your fabric, obviously. And I have it doubled up there, but you don't cut through both. And just kind of find where it is you want the placement of the floral pattern. And then you take the smaller hook and place it underneath, just one layer. And put your other one on and then tighten up the screws. I pull it through, like pull, to try to make it more taut. And then you tighten up the screws, obviously. I'm just pulling it some more. I think this fabric came from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure. This was like 2020 when I got this stuff. And now you take your rotary cutters and just kind of cut around because you'll finish it off with scissors, getting it closer to the rim. Well, I go a little bit closer with the rotary cutters, but I need new blades. I sped this up because I had some places that were frozen. I actually did the voiceover last night because actually I was first talking as I was doing it, and then my husband came in, and so I did the voiceover, and then I realized there was places that were frozen, and this was one of the areas, so I sped it up to try to kind of balance that out. And I'm just going around it with scissors. And I take that tag off. But these are just those wooden embroidery hoops, like, I know they make plastic ones, but these are the wooden ones. And you can get those, I think, at most Walmarts. and just kind of clean it up. Because we're going to take that. Here I'm froze again. I didn't catch that. I don't know why this happens. Excuse me. And I learned that the ribbon to go around the sides had a um, netting almost around the sides, and it was overhanging, so you can kind of see it there. I ended up I cut that because it was just sticking, overhanging on both sides. So I cut that off before I apply it without getting into the roses. So I don't know if that was meant to be that way or if it was just a bad batch. So here I have already done that, and I'm going to be applying it to the outer rim with hot glue. So that's where you need your little finger protectors. And I got those at Dollar Tree, 3 in a pack. They're just little silicone to help you with protecting your fingers, and sometimes I forget to use them. I'll have them on my finger and I don't even use them. And I'm telling you, I don't have a lot of feeling in my fingers, and I've gotten some really bad burns because of that. Blister up and everything. I touched our stove plate one day, not realizing that it had just been on. And I touched it, trying to get it back in there good. Yeah. So now I have taken, and you can just do however you like your ears. I used some styrofoam foam board, probably from Dollar Tree, Walmart, and cut out ear shapes. And I'm going with this color instead of the pink because the head's pink. I didn't show me doing the head because it's the exact same. The smaller embroidery hoop is the exact same as the bigger one. And then this kind of gets tricky. You have to hot glue the sides first, one of the sides, so then you can pull the other side pretty taut. The top is what is tricky. I didn't do a video last week. I wasn't feeling good. And so this one is obviously not on a Tuesday, but and then you just take the other side and pull it up. Like I said, the top is the hardest part. And the bottom doesn't matter. I just cut that off because that's going to be glued to the embroidery hoops. But that point up there at the top is kind of a pain. And I don't show me doing the other one because it's just the exact same. And I just made that what I thought a bunny's ear. I just drew it out on some foam board and cut it out with my X-Acto knife. See, I thought about turning that up, but now I'm like, why? And I've been working on a t-shirt quilt I was going to do it on here, but I'm just having to do it as I can. I think that's one reason why my rotary cutters blades are dull. Plus the fact that I probably never ever replaced them. I don't know. There's so many different types. They've got some with scalloped edges and but I'm pretty sure those came from Walmart, so I should be able to get the replacements. But I have all my t-shirts finally cut out. Now I'm to the point of, I think I'm going to do that today, ironing on the fusible interfacing. And then once I get that done, I'll start sewing them together. But I'm not going to make a video on that. That would be hard. And the reason I'm making this today is because I have multiple doctor's appointments next week. I won't be 3 days out of next week. I'm going to be out of town at doctor's appointments and have a neurosurgeon appointment, and then the doctor that referred me to the neurosurgeon. And then I have to go have some kind of thing done on my heart. So all of them are an hour away, one way, over an hour away. So I won't have time to do a video. And it froze up here. I thought I fixed that. I apologize. I don't know why it does that. Hopefully, okay. Now I have done both ears and I'm getting ready to attach them. And I also lost the footage of where I attached the head to the body, and it's not by any means stable, but it doesn't matter because this will be like a wall hanging, door hanging. It's lightweight. So I just took zip ties and put them through the center, aligned those two screw things together, and zip tied them. And now I'm going to glue the ears to the embroidery hoop. And they aren't real real sturdy. I mean, they get that way, but with hot glue, it takes a little longer for something like that. And then I make a hook, something to hang it with one of these pipe cleaners. And I just attach it in between the ears. Close the ends off, or, twist it and hot glue it down there so that way you can hang it from a wall, from a door. I wouldn't advise hanging it, obviously, on an outside door because of the fabric. But if you have a storm door, or just on a wall. And then the last thing we have to do is I made a bow, and I lost the footage of that, but I've been trying to find ribbon that I wanted to go with this, and I have not found any that I thought looked good. So I had this pink ribbon, and it's not wired edge. So I just made a simple bow. I didn't use my bow maker. And then I added some tails because I didn't have a whole lot of it left. I've had this ribbon forever. It's just a pink, and it has some white, like, flowers on it. But I do add some tails after the fact. And that kind of covers up that gap. See, I cheat. I just made a tail out because that's all I had left. Now I'm going to make the tail. And I probably should have made it smaller. But you just take the yarn. And I wrapped it around 6 times. I would advise probably, if you have this chunky yarn, probably 4 times. I'm sorry, my voice is still having allergy issues and so what I had done, all of my white fuzzy sticks, pipe cleaners, whatever you call them, I had cut those in half for another project, and I really needed longer, so I took scissors and made a slit once I determined, where I wanted the tail to go. But since that pipe cleaner wasn't long enough, I had to add, because it was a half, I had to add another half. And then I just put one in through that hole that I made and the other around the outside of the frame. And it wasn't really secure because, again, I don't have a whole lot of strength. But I finally get it straightened up. And I freeze again. Ah. So there he is, or she. It's got to be a she. And this is the finished product. Thank you all for watching. And if you will, hit the subscribe button, like button, and leave me a comment. And I'll probably have a video up next, not this coming Tuesday, but the next.